Hello, this is Catherine from Accelerated Reader reading books for you. Today I will be reading Brave Little Leaf, written by Natalie Mazer. Before I begin reading, I would like to give a big thanks to the author for sending me this book to read on my channel. In the description below, I've included links where you find and purchase this book. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It was a beautiful spring morning. Nature was waking up from a deep, drowsy slumber. The warm rays from the sun were coming down from the sky, filling everything with light and life. Flowers were blooming everywhere, green leaves budding on the trees, and the air was filled with the sweet sounds of the birds chirping. There, on a hill, near a cozy cottage overlooking a small pond, stood a big, beautiful tree, with magnificent branches reaching over the water. On that luscious tree, among the others, was one beautiful little leaf, a happy little leaf who liked being on this beautiful tree near the lovely pond. As the spring rolled into summer, the little leaf loved watching the children laugh and play as they swung from the tree and splashed into the pond. As the summer came to a close and the nights grew colder, Little Leaf trembled in the autumn breeze. The children were no longer splashing around in the pond. All the leaves on the tree started changing colors. Then Little Leaf started changing colors too, from green to yellow to orange to red to brown. It was all new for Little Leaf, but very exciting. All of the colors were beautiful, but Little Leaf missed being green. As the days grew shorter and the soft autumn breeze turned into cold winter gusts, Little Leaf was scared. Suddenly, out of nowhere came a big gust of wind, which tore Little Leaf from the tree and swirled Little Leaf up in the air. "Aroo! I am so scared. I'll use all my might to get back to my tree," Little Leaf thought. All that Little Leaf wanted was to get back to the tree where it felt safe. This was the only life that Little Leaf knew. The struggle was making Little Leaf lose all its might, until Little Leaf had no more strength. "Aroo!" So Little Leaf took a deep breath and said, "Let's see where the wind takes me." As Little Leaf let go, it was magical. Little Leaf was swept up and carried by the wind higher and higher. The storm was no longer scary and exhausting. It became exciting. "I have never seen a sight so beautiful," said Little Leaf. The little leaf could see beyond the pond, the cottage, and the little backyard. There were many trees, peaceful pastures and farms, horses and cows, and all sorts of wonderful creatures too. No longer struggling against the wind, but floating beautifully in surrender. As the wind subsided, Little Leaf slowly and gently rocked back and forth down to the ground to rest on the steps of a little schoolhouse. Looking up, Little Leaf saw a small boy. The boy picked up Little Leaf from the steps and smiled. "Hello, Little Leaf." And Little Leaf smiled back. The little boy brought Little Leaf inside the schoolhouse to show to his teacher and his friends. They all loved Little Leaf. Then the little boy lovingly placed Little Leaf in his pocket. Later that day, the boy brought Little Leaf home from school. As he approached the cottage where he lived with his family, Little Leaf thought it looked familiar. "I am so happy to be home," said Little Leaf. "And I was just as happy in your pocket. I got to see how beautiful life can be when I let go and become open to what life has in store for me. I saw so many new things beyond my wildest dreams," said Little Leaf. "I'm so happy to have found a new friend like you." The end. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the description below, I've included links where you find and purchase this book.